Antse, wapastam tsichasun. White Horse here, and we're going to continue on with our teachings about the 13 moons. And today I'm teaching you about the month of May and the full moon of May. Uh, as Niheoak, we call the May full moon Sagapagawi Pisum, or the leaf budding moon. Uh, and this moon comes to us around mid May. With this moon, the water teaching passed down to us from our kihtiyak, our elders, is that we need to put our water out in the full moon of this moon, and Nukhum Tipskau Pisum, or grandmother moon, will infuse that water with healing energy that can be used to strengthen and heal our spirits. And this was because we're taught that it's in preparation for the upcoming solstice moon in June. Because that moon, we need to have strong spirits because that's the beginning of our Sundance season. So we're taught that with Sagapagawi Pisum, uh, the May leaf budding moon, it awakens the spirits of the plants, bringing them to life and displaying all of their beauty through their buds and their flowers and their leaves. And we're taught that it is only during this time that the plants display and show their spirits openly. And that's what we see out in mid-May when they're all of the flowers are just blooming and the trees are budding and everything just feels alive. And it's at that time of the year that our elders say uh, that it's the one time during the year when we could feel the spiritual energy or feel the spirit of all of the plants and trees around us because they're displaying their spirits for us to see, and that's when their spirits are at their strongest. So with we're also taught that during this moon, because it's a time of healing of the spirits and the plants are giving out their spiritual energy. This is usually when we see Moso Musqua, grandfather bear, climbing to the very tops of these tallest trees. And we're taught by our Kiteyak, our elders, that Musqua is climbing to the very tops of those trees to eat those buds at the very top because they are the closest to Creator and they have the most spiritual energy. And Musqua knows this, so he climbs to the tops of the trees and eats those buds to regain his spiritual energy from being in the ground and sleeping throughout the winter. Uh, so, with this moon, our Kastiyak, our elders, encourage us to heal our spirits to help heal the spirits of those around us by being kind and compassionate, especially during this moon when the trees and the plants are working to strengthen our spirit, to pass that healing on to others, because we don't know what other people are going through. They may be their spirit may be hurting, so we're always taught to show compassion and kindness uh, and try and build their spiritual energy. I remember being taught that during this moon, uh, especially, we need to make a point to visit the sweat lodge, Mitotsan, uh, as the spiritual healing is at its strongest during this moon, and it'll give our spirit strength needed for the Sundance season ahead. So, again, this moon is all about uh, the plants really working to give us spiritual energy, is what we're taught. So during this moon as well in May, it marked the time for us to go out and start collecting our birch water to make birch medicine water or birch syrup. So we're taught that it's during that full moon when it's the perfect time to go out and start tapping the birch trees for uh, for that birch water if we're going to use it for medicine. Um, or for making syrup because the birch sap is flowing the most at this time. So this moon also marked the time when it was time to harvest the eggs of our waterfowl, our ducks and our geese. But this is time when the time when we're taught that's when we need to go and collect them because they're the freshest and that's the perfect time to collect them. And the prized eggs that people would go look for in our area anyway were always the seagull eggs, mud hen eggs, and the duck eggs. And those were the ones mainly harvested. Although it was only people who were given those teachings on how to go and collect those because there's a special way we could collect them in a manner or in a way that we're not going to affect the population of the ducks or the waterfowl by being selective in the ducks eggs that we do take and harvesting only what we need. So those are the teachings I have about Sagapagawi Pisum or the leaf budding moon of May. So I hope you learned something today, and thanks for joining me. Kinanas kong tinawaw ka, Gil.